Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Hi, how are you, Joe? Thank you. Welcome. All that good stuff. Sorry, muted my microphone. Um, yeah, crazy. Sorry about that. Anyway, like your work area. Okay, not go. No. And the stupid thing is the microphone actually has a light on it, which indicates whether it's on or not, and it was red, which is basically means mic's not live. It's like, oh, duh. So don't mind me. I'm just brain farting this morning. So, but anyway, love the photo. And I was actually just commenting on the photo that you sent with the cats. Why is it when you have yeah, dude, at least it looks decluttered. I mean, this thing is like it is what it is. It's mine, I guess. One can say that. One can always oh, I wish I had this, that, yeah, whatever. I mean, ultimately you get what you get, but yeah, it didn't look too cluttered. So the cat photo that you sent, why is it that a group of cats, whenever they're looking at you, always look like, like they've got this like this agenda? What are you looking at? There's nothing here to see. That innocence that they have. Nothing here to see. Okay. Hey, Nick, good morning. Good morning. Let's see this. All right, we are going to come over this way a little bit more. In fact, we are going to chisel down the side of it a bit. Not bad. Yeah, all three of them each have a different one. Yeah, I'm sure they do. One wants food, one just wants the access to the food, and the other wants to chase everything away from the house. Yeah. What's always fascinating about cats is that, I mean, like any pet, right? It's their personalities. You'd think that a cat is a cat, and it's like, no. I mean, I was just thinking about this a few days ago. We've had, since my wife and I got married, shortly after we moved to Western Mass, so a year and change. It's supposed to have been around maybe 2000. Since then, we've had 6 cats. One, our first year there, unfortunately passed away very quickly. And then we had our second cat for however many years. And then she passed away. And then over the years, we've acquired these 4. And each one has had her own personality. And they've all been she's. Okay. So kind of like the way you described it, Joe. We got one that hangs over the food dish all the time. All right. I am going a little too far over to one side. I need to move this chisel over this way a little bit more. There you go. That'll do. Mine weighs 20 pounds. Oh, yeah. We've got one that's pretty heavy, but not like that. Whew. That's a beast. Anyway, happy hump day, everybody. There we go. Friday cannot come fast enough. Yeah, I heard you on that. Got a 22-pound cat, but he's not fat. Oh yeah, it's actually they're not. Actually, I think it's a lot of that is just they're we call we got one that's pretty big. We call her girthy. Yeah, she's got muscle. Fat is not what she is. You pick her up and it's like, oh, she's dense. Yeah, right. Let's drop this piece in, see how it looks. Then we're going to scribe some details on it. Then we're going to glue it in place. Yeah, that's looking better. I've widened it. That'll do. Yep. Now we just like scribe in the details and we're good. Friday can't come fast enough. Amen. There we go. Anyway, yeah, so this I'm hoping to get my lawn taken care of before we take off, since we're going to be gone all next week. Hoping to get my lawn taken care of before we take off. Hopefully the weather will be cooperative. I mean, right now it's still like insane. It's starting to feel a little better, a little. Hopefully today will just be, instead of being 100, maybe it'll be just like 90 or 95. And then tomorrow here we're going to be getting rain, and then the temperatures are going to plummet. It's great. I like the plummeting part, but the rain's going to suck in terms of, like I said, getting everything mowed. Oh well, bitch and moan, bitch and moan. 1.15. Let's go to it. Glue the hands on with a rubber gasket in between. I like how I got it. It bubbled like a tire, so we got that classic Mecha donut joint. Ooh. What kind of rubber gasket? This is kind of interesting. There was a time when, like, if anybody remembers the Task or some of the an earbud gasket. Interesting. Huh. Wild. There was a time when models actually included things like, do I have kind of easy access to the Task? Yeah. One of the projects, right? Butyl rubber. I may not keep this. I may actually replace this with epoxy, only because it does look, if you take a look at it from the front, it looks like the saggy drawers. That's not the look that I'm going for. I also need to bring the legs in a little bit more on this, but that's conversation for another day. That's how it looks with only one bump. Yeah, nice. So, Joe, can you replicate multiple ridges? Interesting. Okay, let's get, we got the chisel. I need to get something to So let's step away. Let me do a little bit of cleanup here for a second, my friends. Tweezers. Actually, we'll lay the tweezers out. We might need those. Sanding stick. Got everything done. Yes, we're in a good place. Then we can put. We can actually put away some of this stuff too. I think we're done with all of the tubing and rod. Memo to self on how to open the package. Don't do what you did with this one. In fact, I might actually take this one shut and then pop a opening at the top. It would require multiple earbuds. When you get the extra one, it's only 2 and various other sizes. Okay, yeah. Never thought about that. Over the years, you know, when kids have gotten, you know, all of us, whenever we get our new cell phone, you know, we get I guess sometimes they come with earbuds, and if they do, you know, the cheap ones, using those, maybe just start saving some of that. It's not a bad idea, Joe. Thanks, man. One. No problem. I mean, you know, again, this is kind of a lot of the conversations we've had, right? This is how we learn. You know, we don't learn in a vacuum. We learn basically from working with others. I know it's a novel idea in this day and age where we believe we can go things alone, but stupid. Okay. So the package, what I'm gonna do is just gonna pop the top of this open. Not that I need to do it for now, but you know, actually don't even need to do it. Save it for later. Okay, so that's ready to be put away, and the styrene is ready to be put away. Put the tape away. Oh, my bench is actually cleaned up a little bit. We have 6 people on and 2 people engaged. If anybody would like to just say a quick hello, be great. If not, that's fine. That's 68. No, Nick. Yeah, I know. I will say what's interesting is, so, hi, Nick. Yes, we know you're here. You're the strong silent type. You won't say much, which is, you know, unless it's a necessity. And necessity would be something like, first of all, saying hi. Secondly, saying, oh my God, he's standing again. Third would be, have you thought about doing it this way because you're doing it wrong? And fourth is usually to say something about goodbye. Probably not subscribed yet. The trolls lay and wave. Hello, good morning. Standing on a ladder this morning. So why are you talking to me, Mike, if you're on a ladder? Stop. Good morning, Mike. How are you? By the way, Mike, thank you so much for No, not the sanding. Yeah, Ray, it's the sanding. Mike, first of all, good morning and thank you very much for sending the number 3. I know. But Nick, when you do that, I hate to put it this way, but like 85% of the time, you're right. So I'll grant you that. Mike, thanks for sending me the contact information for your son. I will definitely keep that for future purposes. And good luck, and please don't take a fall. Please, please, please. All right, let's get things described. We're going to use, look at this, we're going to use the bread tab as a scribing guide. Why? To quote from John Belushi, why not? Yep. Okay. Let's get a little coffee tossed in first. I will say I'm impressed that Mike's out there working and staining stuff, and he's actually on a ladder and listening. I appreciate that, Mike. Thank you. It does mean a lot, my friend. All right. I think we might need to go in a little bit more inboard. So we got the dance schedule final for next week, and it looks like right now Wednesday is a completely open day. So likely we'll end up doing, family and personal stuff. Too much. That might be a time to meet up with people, or there might be another time. Like I said, now that we got the schedule, and I will not miss my daughter dancing at any point. That's the one. No, can't. For last time at this level, I mean, yes, she'll be moving on to a higher level when she gets to college, but not at this level. Damn it. Doesn't take much to have this thing move. I do not like scribing, but I see the need. Joe, I think I'm gonna probably not disagree with you there much. I don't mind doing it. I'm just not good at it. Particularly when it comes to things like, like the design, being creative. My technique is getting better. I am not by any means saying I am good at it, but my technique is getting better. My design skills are still pretty rudimentary. Go there. Okay, piece moved a little bit. Let me clean it up. Yes, there is a need. It's a skill. It's like any skill in modeling. It is a necessity. Almost there. Give me 1 second. Okay. Good. Wow. 2 days in a row. Really? I'm freehanding, and it's stressful after I get the pilot line started. The fact to hand exactly the same way difficult. Yeah. No. Freehanding, scribing. Oh, that's a skill. What's going on, Mason? By the way, Mason did send me photos of himself in various without the beard. It's like he just shaved off, literally shaved off 10 years. It was awesome. It's amazing how a beard can age you. Whether again, this is not a whether that's good or bad. It's just a matter of how much it just makes that happen. But he had this one look. He had a Union Civil War Union Army general look to him too. I know why I grew it in the first place. Are you to try to age yourself a little bit to kind of moderate that baby face that you have? Because he's got a baby face. Anyway, I showed it to Zoe too, and she's like, wow. Wow. Somewhat. Okay, let me put that piece right there for a second. Now we're going to grab this. Let's see. Should be able to do this. So I'm trying to use this piece to hold on to the plastic while I'm scribing. Give me a second. I'll actually just make my little pilot line on this side. There it goes. Yep, there should be. Girl, my wife was pregnant saying that I wanted to grow something too. Really? Well, in that case, I'm guessing you're just going to keep it going because your kid's still growing, right? There we go. Oh yeah, it's coming back for sure. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Good for you. It looked good, but I appreciate seeing the beard as well. It's pretty cool. But whatever makes one happy, that's all that matters. All that matters. As long as it doesn't involve, anyway, dark shit. Part moved a little bit. Sorry, guys, keep clicking here. A little bit of movement. There we go. All right. Oh man. Whew. So now I can't sit in my room with the lights off. You and your stipulations. I know I got so many. Good morning, Mike. How are you? I got so many rules. Oh yeah. Looking good, looking good. We'll run some thin cement through it to clean it up as soon. Actually, you know what? I might actually hone this thing this morning too. How much time I got? 10 minutes? Yeah, might do that. Doing good, George. How are you? No complaints, Mike. No complaints. No major ones. Hot as hell, and that's about it. You know, the work week so far has been going pretty okay. So in that regard, not bad, not bad. Hey, Mike. Hey, Nick. All right. Now we'll glue this part on. Yep. Whew. So, Mike, what's going on? Anything fun happening in your world? Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second here. Just got to reposition this piece just a little bit. There it goes. There we go. On vacation, spent Thursday, Monday up New Hampshire. Oh, nice. I'm assuming in the mountainy areas. Good for you. Good for you. I noticed the glasses going on and off. Time for bifocals or progressive lenses. Yeah, probably. But I struggle with having one pair of glasses. Two would be killer now. Now back home and doing gloriously nothing. Ooh, nice. Gloriously nothing in terms of are you working on a model or anything like that? No, the Santa's Village with the kids for the first. Oh, nice. Never been to Santa's Village. Never been. And I'm assuming your kids are old enough to enjoy that. Is that correct? Okay. Interesting. That may need to be fixed. I think we probably have. Yeah, I'm gonna have to remove some material from that foot. Let's see. He would be watching Trailer Folks at the beach. It's not all mountains in New Hampshire. It is not. That is true. It is not. This is what's called the Freebie Gundam. This was a Gundam that was given out at at Anime NYC, and I'm sure other events. It was only available to basically just to do a make and take at the show. So it's I've never seen it available anywhere else. It's only available when you go to one of those. So I'm working on it, adding details to it. No, just one pair. I got progressives last year and have to take them off every time last year after having to take them off. It was pretty cool. It's a huge place. Yeah. Well, maybe someday when I have grandkids. So yeah, I prefer just to do this. To me, it's, I don't know. I am getting to the point where with my regular glasses, I am starting to take them off. And it's like, where the hell did I set them? I might have to do a set of croquis. Oh, well. We have one of those in Michigan. Bronner's Christmas store open 365, I think. Holy Michigan. Nice. And in the middle of nowhere. See, I love that. Middle of nowhere. An entire town whose industry is based on vacationing business. Gotta love it, right? All right. So we've now done is we've added these covers on the back of the legs, back of the feet, the ankles, in order to support the brass pistons that I've added in there. So we now got brass pistons, one of which, the one on the right foot, will actually see the second rods, the smaller rods. However, on the left foot, you will see very little of that, as the angle of the foot's different. So let's get this into position real quickly. Does it have an inner frame? Oh, no, there's no inner frame. This is a very basic model. It's kind of like one of the EGs, only it's not. It's much different. In some ways, because I got the EG right here. This is the entry grade, which I've been using to kind of test some, damage on. Both of these are quite good. In fact, yeah, they're both really good. I think I like the Freebie one a little bit better. Go figure. Well, the Amish are out there, and up there is someplace the myth busters went to about the bacon myth. Tony's a pound of bacon per serving. What? Bacon? GC, are you in New England? Joe is in Michigan. All right, let's get this leg kind of out a little bit. I need to get it less. I want it to kind of stand. I don't want it to kind of lean over too much, or at least not in the opposite direction. If it's going to lean in one direction, it needs to lean towards the back foot, not the other one. All right. Kind of like that. So the only thing I was considering adding to this thing. Yeah, I live in Facepalm State. They're all that in some degree. So the shield itself, I've added a bunch of plating on the front of this thing. For anybody who remembers this a while ago, this has been a few years. I did some scribing. I added the plating. The question is whether I want, and I added some support mechanisms in the back in order to have, if you take a look at the mechanism on the arm, it allows the shield to make 2 contact points, but to be able to move depending on the positioning of the angle of the elbow. Florida, Michigan. They're all about the same in that regard. I finally talked my son into coming with me on a climb to Mount Washington in the fall. Nice. That's awesome. Florida is America's ditch. Probably true. Tomorrow, I'm going to leave the chisel out, and tomorrow we might be doing some honing on it just to show how I do it. Is it an RX-78, though? It is. Yep. It is an RX-78, otherwise known as a Grandpa Gundam. Yep. So at this point, the only thing I'm thinking about is whether I wanted to add some kind of pipes along the sides here. I'm not sure that I do. I don't mind the detailing that's here right now. We might just leave it as such, but we'll see. The rest of this thing at this point is done and ready to go, which I'm happy about. Which was auto-corrected. It's possible, right? Okay. Backpack is done. Bore out the holes in the back there. And again, filled all that up with putty and fixed it all back a couple of years back. That's ready to go. The primary gun will not be used. In fact, I'm not going to use that at all. That'll probably get tossed in the bin. And instead, a modified version of the ship killing rifle will be used as a support. So he's going to be kind of holding it and supporting himself on the on that gun. Okay. I think the next step is, before we get anything further, will be to start working on the 3 heads, the 3 Zaku heads. And we'll be doing some damage on these, including ripped pipes. I might actually have one where it took a blow to the side of the head, kind of punch in the head a little bit. We'll see. And yes, it's on a string, because I'm also going to be experimenting with having this thing actually being tossed and having it seeming like it's actually floating down to where it's going to come into contact with the other 2 that are on the ground. Anyway, experimenting with a few things here. Okay. Hey, Dwayne, good morning. You see the barrel on mine? Oh, I used the 135. Really? Is that what that was? I got to take a look at that again, Joe. Dwayne. All right. So let's see. Anything else? I need to get 2 more. I thought I had them here. Pull them out, and then we're going to call it a session. I thought I had out here all of the different things that I needed, but I guess not. Okay, I'm going to get 2 more Zaku. Not like I don't have like hundreds of Zaku heads kicking around. So I'll get a couple of Zaku heads, and we'll start customizing those, doing damage to those. Working on the mechanical stuff underneath it too. Trying to get like some of that stuff. You know, like adding some detailing underneath there to make it look less like it's a plastic toy. So, added to a 100 new Gundam rifle. Nice. Wow. It's kind of, I guess, it would probably be in scale depending on what you're going for. Cool, Joe. All right, my friends, time for me to roll. Take another hit of coffee, and then I'm going to mosey on out. Stay sane and stay safe and stay sane, everybody. Thanks for being on this morning. Fun times, good conversations all around, right? Later, fellas. Later, Nick. Mason, have a great day. You as well. Later, fellas. Catch you tomorrow. Awesome, Mike. Look forward to that. Later, Joe. Later, Mike. Goodbye, Iron. Nice to see you. Thank you. All right, my friends. Go out there and do good. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. It's getting crazier, nuttier, more lies than we can possibly deal with. Counter the lies, and more importantly, go out there and befriend somebody. Be good to people. Don't treat them like shit. Treat people well. That's the important thing. Not treating people like garbage. I'll be back on tomorrow morning, same time, same channel. Enjoy. Love you all, and I'll catch you on the flip. Peace.